Welcome, welcome everyone. Good to see you all. Thanks for your patience. Started a little bit late today because I was carrying my mom upstairs for in-home care. These are the challenges and the times that we're living in, guys, collectively together as we adapt to our new normals with perhaps your children home from school, if you have kids, or helping our elderly parents, or navigating your business now going online, whatever you're coping with, whatever new challenge you're facing, this is a time for you right now to give back to yourself, to fill your cup for some self-care time. Okay? Important to do. Every day, a commitment to yourself. So let's get right to it, guys. Standing practice to begin today. It's a little cold in the house, so I've got the fireplace on. I'm rubbing my hands together, getting that energy going. So let's just start from a standing practice here. Just swing the arms. Day 4 of quarantine yoga here with Eilina, your online yoga friend. And a shout out to all of you that have been joining the last few days. And here we go. Let's get started. You're going to take the feet hip-width distance apart, a little bit wider, and turn the feet kind of comfortably out at an angle so that the hips feel relaxed. And then you're going to take the arms and begin to swing them side to side. Just swinging freely, getting the energy flow moving, building up some warmth and heat in the body. So swinging side to side. Deep breaths as we swing those arms side to side. And so you don't get dizzy, keep your eyes focused on a focal point in front of you, maybe something on the wall that is stationary, not moving, as you swing those arms side to side. Two more breaths here, swinging those arms side to side. It's like you're throwing your arms overboard, creating some space in the shoulders. Good. And then release the arms and shake it out. Let's bring our attention towards the feet here. And we're just going to bring one foot up at a time up onto the toes, warming up the ankles, 1 foot at a time. Don't know if you can see my feet here, but we are going up onto the toes, 1 foot at a time. And on that next breath, we're going to begin to rock up and down on the feet, on the toes and the heels. So draw the shoulders back. Let the arms open up beside you, palms face forward, so that we're in an open receiving position through the hands. And on that next breath, inhale up onto the toes and exhale back onto the heels, just rocking back and forth. You're finding your fulcrum here, that kind of balance point, sweet spot on the feet, back and forth. So you're creating a rocking motion in the feet. Again, find that focal point either on the floor or on the wall in front of you that is a non-moving point that you can affix your gaze to. This becomes like your third leg to balance on as you work your balance here. A couple more breaths up and down on the feet, toes and heels rocking back and forth. That gets you centered and grounded in your balance. And then release the feet back down and shake the feet out 1 foot at a time. Just releasing any tension there in the ankles that you might have created. And let's bend the knees here, hands on the hips, and just do a couple circles with the knees, gentle circles here, warming up through the knee joint. Very gentle, you don't have to go big here, in opposite direction. And on that next breath, we'll do that through the hips as well. Step the feet out a little and just do a couple hip circles here through the hips. Deep breaths down to the hips. And then opposite direction, hip circles through your hips. Good. And then we'll do some shoulder rolls, rolling back through the shoulders, one shoulder at a time, like you're doing a backstroke with the shoulders. The arms are the extension of the heart, so here's your opportunity to create some opening through the back of the heart here as you now take the elbows and swim the elbows back. So a little wider, bigger, through the back of the heart. And on that next breath, take the arms and swim the full arm back. Notice how this opens up the heart, the front of the heart, lifting the heart forward and up. If you've been sitting at a desk for a long time, last few days working from home, this opens up the clavicles, the collarbones, and widens the space at the front of the heart. And then release the arms down. Inhale the shoulders up to the ears, hold that tension, and exhale, release. And one more time. Inhale the shoulders up to the ears, hold that tension. Exhale, release. And one more time. Inhale, hold, and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, release. And again, shake it out through the arms, through the feet, a little looser through the body. Take the chin and relax it down towards the chest, and slow motion roll the head side to side, letting gravity open up the sides and back of the neck. And on that inhale, let's bring the head back up to center. And we're going to find our ideal standing alignment here in Tadasana, mountain pose, which is just a simple standing pose where you're finding the longest potential of your body here, the longest height of your body from an anatomically neutral position. So the feet are not steps together. They're actually about hip-width distance apart so that the hips feel neutral. And I want you to imagine a string at the crown of your head, and take that string and pull it up towards the ceiling so that your spine dangles like a beaded curtain from this place in the ceiling. So your neck is nice and long, and the shoulders are relaxed. And then take your hands to your ears and gently pull the ears. Well, I gotta be careful I don't drop the earbud here. Remember yesterday one of my earbuds fell into the toilet? Take the ears and pull back and up. So this elongates the back of your neck. So now you should feel that your neck is nice and long, and see if you can create a little extra space between your ears and your shoulders. So the shoulders press down a little bit without creating tension. And now take one hand to the heart and lift the heart up into the hand. And notice how when the chest lifts, your bottom ribs might want to pop forward. So take the bottom ribs and draw them in slightly. Now bring your attention to your tailbone. Look at how we're moving through every part of the body here and creating integration and a holding in of energy. Take your tailbone and plug it into the center of the earth. So it's not really a tucking under as it is like a grounding, and that lengthens your lower back. So we're activating all the muscles of the body here from the crown through to the feet. Now bring your attention to your belly button and draw it in and up slightly. And bring your attention to your pelvic floor and bring that in and up slightly, the muscles of the pelvic floor. And notice how that creates a little tension that you might want to hunch the shoulders. We'll see if you can relax the shoulders and the neck while maintaining this activation of your core and pelvic floor. Now bring your attention to your kneecaps and lift the kneecaps slightly to engage the quads. And then on your next inhale, lift your toes up and bring your toes down one by one. Pinky toe, fourth toe, third toe, second toe, big toe. That teaches our brain to individually move each toe while you balance. Now check that you haven't lost anything that you've created here. Every muscle in the body should be working, and check that you can breathe fully down the whole length of your spine from the crown down to the tailbone. And if there's any stop gaps there of energy, just bring your awareness into those areas and send your breath into them. So every muscle in the body is activated and engaged here, but we're still able to breathe down the full length of the spine, which means that you're creating a balance of effort and surrender in your body. You're finding that pulse, that rhythm of effort and surrender. 2 more breaths here. This is activation in a standing pose, working your postural muscles. Even though we don't seem like we're doing anything, everything's activated and alive. Good. And on that next breath, release. And notice the difference when you released, what it took to hold all that. So just release the feet here, perhaps come onto the toes of each foot. And let's take the left foot here. So I'll be a mirror's image of you guys. And coming onto the toes, if you can see my foot there, press your ankle forward so that you're stretching the top of the ankle. And then release. And we'll do that the same on the other foot. Curl your toes under, press the ankle forward, breathe into the top of that ankle, and release. Do that one more time on each side. Left foot, toes curled under, press your ankle forward. Don't worry about the depth that you can go. Once you find the ankle opening up, that's good enough. Breathe into it. That's your edge. And exhale, release. Other side. Right toes curled under, press the ankle forward, breathe into the top of that ankle. And exhale, release. Good. So we're going to move through can choose the level that you participate at. You don't have to do the full Monty. You can just, instead of getting off, if you're in Port Coquitlam, instead of getting off in Burnaby, you can get off in Port Moody. So you can kind of take the steps along the way. You don't have to go the full 9 yards. So on the next breath, we're going to take the hands and inhale, lift them up, reach the thumbs back, heart lifts. And exhale, forward fold. Just let the hands slide down the shins to your degree. Once you find that degree of comfort where you can hinge at the hips without rounding out the spine, wherever the hands are, then from there we're going to inhale, lift the heart, and exhale, hinge at the hips and let your body come down to whatever degree of angle works for you. Inhale, lift the heart, neck is neutral. Exhale, hinge the hips. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, hinge at the hips. We'll do that 3 more times, moving with your breath. Inhale, heart lifts like a sunrise. Exhale, sunset. 2 more of these. Inhale, heart lifts, sunrise. Exhale, sunset. 1 more. Inhale, heart lifts, sunrise. Exhale, sunset. Now on that next breath, inhale, heart lifts, and then exhale, bend the knees and walk the hands forward into a down dog. So you're going to walk the hands forward into the triangle of your down dog. I'm going to see if I can find an ideal angle here for you guys to see in your down dog. So in your down dog, let the head hang, gently shake the head side to side and up and down like you're saying yes, yes, no, no. I'm just going to take my sweater off here so you guys can see better. So again, in that down dog, gently rocking the head side to side and up and down like we're saying yes, yes, no, no. And on that next breath, inhale up onto the toes, exhale, press the heels down. And 1 more time. Inhale up onto the toes. Exhale, press the heels down. And on that next breath, we're going to lower the knees down, open up the knees and come into child's pose. Press the hips back and walk the hands forward, coming into your child's pose, forehead rest down on your yoga mat. I've just got a carpet underneath me here, but on your yoga mat, your forehead is resting down. Rock those hips side to side and walk your hands as far forward as they can comfortably go. You can widen out the knees so that you can let your ribs sink a little further down towards the thighs. 1 more breath here, rocking the hips side to side. And on that next breath, guide yourselves back up onto all fours. Curl the toes under, pull the hips back, And press back up into your down dog. We just took a little pause there between the down dogs. And on the next breath, bend the knees and walk the hands forward. We'll do that heart lift again. So in your forward fold, inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, surrender the head. 5 breaths just like this. Inhale, heart lifts, sunrise. Exhale, sunset. And inhale, sunrise. Remember, you can keep the hands on the shins. Exhale, sunset. Inhale, sunrise through the heart. Exhale, sunset. And one more time. Inhale, sunrise. Exhale, sunset. Last one. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, release the head. And then bend the knees so that you can take your hands onto your thighs here. We'll modify this a little bit. With your hands on your thighs, then bring your hands to your heart. We're going to find some strength here in Utkatasana, fierce pose. So if this is tiring to keep the knees bent here, keep your hands on your hips and straighten the legs a little bit. Keep a little bend in the knees just to work those quads. So let's stay here for 2 breaths, either hands on the heart or hands at the hips. And on that next breath, let's inhale, lift the arms up, straighten the legs, and exhale, hands to the heart. So we're going to workshop that Utkatasana here, the bending of the knees and working the quads here for a couple of breaths. So let's take your hands to your lower back. So just rub that spot at the lower back there, just to activate the energy at the lower back. Quite often we've got a lot of lower back compression from sitting in chairs for too long. So we're just going to wake this part of the lower back up here. And remember earlier we were doing our Tadasana mountain pose, that lengthening of the spine. Well, I'd like you to recreate that length and then bring your attention to your lower back muscles and puff them up into your hands at your lower back. And what does that mean to puff it up? It just means to bring your awareness to that spot and activate that spot into your hands. And this creates length, a little bit of traction and space between the vertebra and your lower spine. And so once you've got that, draw the elbows towards each other. So again, that heart is lifted, and find a neutral place for your neck. Once you've found that neutral place, inhale, lift a little longer through the crown, a little more height. And then exhale, bend the knees. Now we're keeping the hands at the lower back to keep energy awareness at the lower back. We'll stay here for 3 breaths. Those of you that want a little more challenge can come up onto your toes to balance. Breathe into a focal point in front of you again. That drishti, that focal point. And then exhale, release the heels down. Inhale, lift the arms up, straighten the legs. And exhale, hands to the heart. And then release the arms and shake it out and shake the legs out. We'll do that one more time and maybe add a little bit to it to work the quads a little more. So here we go. Find that length again through your spine, just like we did earlier in Tadasana pose. Take your hands to your lower back, draw the elbows towards each other. Inhale, lift through the heart, find length in your spine. Exhale, bend the knees and find your strong legs supporting you here. Bring your attention to your tailbone and plug the tailbone into the center of the earth. Hands at the lower back to support your spine's integrity as you bend those knees so that we don't fall forward. Imagine your tailbone like a third leg, like a bar stool. You're sitting on a bar stool here, so your tailbone is the third leg of support. One more breath. You guys got this. Maybe sinking a little deeper. And on that next inhale, lift the hands up, straighten the legs, and exhale, hands to the heart. Draw a circle at the heart with the knuckles of the thumbs, integrating that energy above and below into the heart. Take another deep breath here. Maybe releasing out the mouth, and then release the hands and shake it out. Good. So let's open up since we were working the quads here, let's workshop some psoas openers here through leg poses using the warrior pose sequence and poses to open up the front of the hip, the psoas muscle. So let's take that front leg forward, left leg back. So you're creating warrior legs here. And if we're tight in the hips, I want you to take that left foot and move it out to the left a little more to create more space between your feet. Okay? And with your hands on your hips just for now, we're going to find a gentle rocking motion through the hips to help find the angle that helps to open up the front of your left hip. So with your hands on your hips, gently rock the right hip back and the left hip forward. So you're creating a rocking motion here. And in this rocking motion, you should feel the front of that left hip open up. Now, as you do this, notice that your left foot wants to kind of collapse and fall in on itself through the arch of the foot. So see if you can keep the outside of that left foot rooted down. So the arch of the foot is lifted and the outside toe mound, the pinky toe mound, and the outer heel, the left heel, is rooted down as you rock those hips. So now you've found that sweet spot where the front of the hip is opened up. And then bring your attention to your tailbone and plug your tailbone right down into the center of the earth. So now you're rooted and grounded through the tail, and then bring your attention to your pelvic floor muscles and pull the pelvic floor muscles in slightly. And same with your belly, draw your belly button in and up slightly. So as you're rooting down into gravity through your tailbone and the legs, your floor and core is being pulled in and up, so you're creating again that lovely oppositional force, that tensegrity force. So now let's inhale, straighten out that right leg. And exhale, sink a little deeper into that right knee. We'll do that 3 times, moving with the breath. Inhale, straighten the right leg. Exhale, sink into that right knee. 2 more times, moving with the breath. Inhale, straighten that right leg. Exhale, sink into that right knee. 1 more time. Inhale, straighten that right leg. Exhale, sink into that right knee. So now you've got those hips rocked forward, left foot rooted strongly down, and bring your attention to your belly button. And we want to guide, you can even take the hands to the side ribs here and guide that belly button forward. And when you do that, you'll feel the front of the left hip again open up. Make sure that your tailbone hasn't lost its connection to the center of the earth. See how much work we're doing here just in finding that alignment? So you're strong through your belly down. So now we'll work it out through the heart. Roll it out through the shoulders and take the elbows and pull the elbows back on the inhale. And exhale, reach the arms forward. 2 more times. Inhale, pull the elbows back. Exhale, reach the arms forward. We'll straighten out that front leg. Oh, hang on a second, guys. I need to show you the brave faces of frontline healthcare workers here. Say hi, everyone. Tell me your name again.
Sally.
Sally. Sally is an in-home caregiver for my mom. And just a big shout out to all the healthcare workers in the front lines. Big love to you guys because you are really valuable and needed. We're going to go back to our yoga class here. Now let me find my ideal setup here again. So thanks for holding the pose, guys. Inhale, pull the elbows back. And exhale, reach the arms forward. So on that next breath, we're going to lift the arms up. Inhale, pull the elbows back. Exhale, lift the arms up. And just find your strong warrior 1 here for 2 more breaths. You guys have been holding a long time. Wiggle the fingers, that activates the arm lines. And exhale the hands to the hips and straighten out that front leg. Turn both feet to face forward. And we're going to walk the heels in. Heels, toes, heels, toes, heels, toes. And just shake the legs out. So we'll do the other side now. So we're going to take now that left leg forward and right leg back. So we're doing the opposite side. Left leg forward, right leg back. So real big love to all of you healthcare workers out there and front lines, first responders, medical care professionals, nurses, firefighters, garbage delivery and garbage pickup services. We hope that you guys get to do self-care at home as well. Okay, so big love to all of you. So again, rocking the hips to face forward. So just rocking, and whether they face all the way forward or not is not important. It's more that we are just rocking the hips open. You're finding that sweet spot of opening up the front of the right hip, where you feel the muscle that connects your lower vertebra all the way down to the thigh bone. On that next breath, again, make sure that back foot, the arch of your right foot is lifted and your body weight is rolled into the outside of the foot. The right knee is lifted, so the quad is activated. And then from here, we'll straighten out that right leg on the left leg on the inhale. Inhale, straighten the leg. Exhale, sink a little deeper. 3 of these. Inhale, straighten that left leg. Exhale, sink into the left knee. Inhale, straighten. And exhale, sink. Last time. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, sink. Good. Now let's check again through that core integration. Pelvic floor, pulled gently in and up. Belly button, drawn in and up. In fact, you could recreate your Tadasana, your standing pose here, even though your legs aren't in standing position. The spine can still maintain its length with your pelvic floor and core activated. So your tailbone is plugged into the center of the earth, legs and tailbone rooting you down, pelvic floor and core pulled in and up. Find that length through the crown of the head. So now we'll take the hands and inhale the elbows back. Exhale, straighten the arms forward. Inhale, pull the elbows back. Exhale, straighten them forward. One more time. Inhale, pull them back. Exhale, straighten them forward. Now lifting the arms towards the ceiling. Inhale, pull back. Exhale, lift the arms up. Wiggle the fingers and wake up the arm lines. If your legs are tired, you can always straighten out that front leg at any time, okay? Building strength through the tree trunks of your body, the roots of your body. And exhale the hands to the hips. We'll straighten out that front leg and walk the feet in. Toes, heels, toes, heels, toes, heels, toes, heels. Shake it out through the legs. And just like we did earlier with a rocking back and forth on the feet, let's do that again. So feet are hip width distance apart. Release the arms. And here we go, rocking. Inhale up onto the toes. Exhale, rock back onto the heels. Find your drishti, your focal point on the wall in front of you that you can rock back and forth to. One more breath. Good, and release it out through the shoulders. And again, shake it out through the feet. Balancing postures help us to streamline our focus like a funnel. Whoosh, everything comes in and gets very focused on your goal or your intention. So this is a great way if you're feeling really distracted in the day or overwhelmed to harness your attention, your awareness, and pour it into your intention or goal, whatever that may be. Choose something simple that is actually able to be completed and done. So start with those steps, and then it creates the feeling of confidence in yourself that yes, there is forward momentum going on in my day, even with all the challenges going on outside. Okay, so we're going to step the feet together here. Feet are now touching, toes touching. And we're going to inhale the toes up and then bring on the exhale the toes down one by one. Pinky toe, fourth toe, third toe, second toe, big toe. That really gets the brain waking up when we move our extremities, our digits one by one. Let's do that one more time. Inhale the toes up off the floor and then bring them down one by one. Exhale, pinky toe, fourth toe, third toe, second toe, big toe. Okay? So now you can really, and now grab the floor with all of your toes, like you know how cats knead? You're doing that with your feet and toes right now, kneading. So you've got firm rooting in the floor. And then bring your attention to your tailbone again and plug it into the center of the earth. So you're rooted and grounded. Lift the kneecaps. Feel your quads. They should be engaged. If you tap the quads there, they should feel, engaged. Not rock hard, but activated. And on the next breath, let's inhale the arms up. Interlace the fingers. I'll step back so you guys can see. Fingers interlaced. Index finger pointing up nice and tall. And exhale out to your right. Now, when we exhale out to the right, think of yourself as two-dimensional, like stuck between two panes of glass. We're going to try and prevent ourselves falling forward or hips pushing forward or torso falling back. So between two panes of glass, your body is, draw that left shoulder back, neck is neutral. And if you want to go a little deeper, grab a hold of that left wrist with the right hand and pull that left arm out to the right, feeling your whole left rib cage widen out. So you're fanning the ribs open here. One more breath. And then inhale, hands back up to center. Exhale, hands to the heart. And we'll do that one more time. Inhale, lift the hands, fingers interlaced. And exhale now out to your left. Now as the body arches out to your left, the hips are relaxing out to the right. Again, to your degree of comfort. Now notice when the hips relax out to the right, your lower back may complain there. So take your tailbone and plug it into the center of the earth as the hips relax out to the right. Check that the right shoulder is drawing back. And again, if you want to go deeper, grab a hold of that right wrist with the left hand and pull that right arm out to the left. Neck is neutral, heart lifted, right shoulder back. One more breath here. Breathe space into your right rib cage. And on your next breath, inhale back up to center. And exhale, hands to the heart. Good. And roll it out through the shoulders. And shake it up through the feet. Good. We'll draw a couple ankle rolls here with one foot. And then opposite direction, ankle rolls through the other foot. Let's come to a seated position here. So coming into seated, let's take the hands behind the hips, open up the feet, and we'll windshield wipe the knees side to side. So just take that moment to breathe into the lower back here. And on that next breath, we'll come into Sukhasana, bound angle. Actually, no, we're going to come into one ankle in front of the other here. Whichever foot you tend to put in front, switch it out to the other side so you're not in default, so you're opening up the other hip. Hands behind the hips, just rock those knees side to side. Again, that rocking motion helps to release any holding patterns in the hips or lower back. Now let's bring the soles of the feet together. So if we're tight through the hips, you may want to take rolled up blankets or blocks underneath the legs, underneath the thighs here to support you. And we're going to take the hands behind the hips and scoot the hips forward. Once you've got them to your degree of comfort, just rock the knees side to side. That rocking again, releasing any holding patterns. And then take the hands and begin to rock yourself forward. So you're just rocking the hips side to side as you walk the hands forward to your degree of ability. It doesn't matter how far you come down, just so long as you feel your sweet spot being activated. Once you've found it, inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, hinge at the hips. And one more time. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, hinge at the hips. And from there, you can even take the hands to the thighs if you like and gently press the thighs down as the neck remains neutral and the heart remains stretched forward. One more breath here. And then release and guide yourself back up. Roll it out through the shoulders. Bring the heels forward. We'll create a little bit of extra space here. So there's about 1.5 feet of space between the hips and the heels. As you take the hands either to the shins or underneath the shins, grab a hold. Inhale, lift through the heart again. And exhale, hinge at the hips, pulling the chest forward. So you can hold either the outside of the shins and pull yourself forward, or under the shins, or wrap the hands around the feet. Press the knees down. Feel the outer glutes activate when you press the knees down. Inhale, lift the heart again. And exhale, hinge. Now notice when you come forward, the spine wants to just kind of collapse and relax. To prevent that from happening and to get more through the outer hip opening here, take your tailbone and pull it back behind you. The tailbone pulls back while the heart reaches forward. So once again, you find that oppositional force working in tandem to support the opening of your body. In every yoga pose, we need to have that rooting, a grounding down somewhere, an anchor, in order to rise the rest of ourselves up out of that. One more breath. And then slowly release and use your hands to guide yourself up. We're going to come into just the Sukhasana of one ankle in front of the other here. And let's take your left hand in front, right hand behind you. Inhale, lengthen through the crown. And exhale, turn your body out to the right. So you're coming into a twist here. And you can deepen the pose by taking your left hand to the outside of the right thigh and deepening your twist. So for your next 3 breaths, inhale, lengthen through the crown, lift the heart. And exhale, deepen into your twist. Again, 2 more times. Inhale, lengthen through the crown. And exhale, deepen into your twist. You can even relax the chin towards the right shoulder. And again, inhale, lengthen through the crown. Exhale, deepen into your twist. And then slowly release back to center. And we'll do the other side. Right hand in front, left hand behind. Inhale, lengthen through your crown. And exhale, deepen into your twist. And you can take that right hand to the outside of the left thigh. And on your next inhale, find more height, length, and tall. And exhale, deepen into your twist. 2 more breaths here. Inhale, lengthen, tall. Ears pulled back and up. And exhale, deepen into your twist. 1 more breath. Inhale, tall. And exhale, deepen into your twist, relaxing the chin towards the left shoulder, and then slowly release back to center. So we're going to extend the legs forward here and shake the legs out. Bring your circulation into the quads by bringing the fist onto the quads, tops and sides. bringing circulation back in. Use your knuckles to scrape along the sides of the quads and the tops of the quads. Sides of the hips, back, tops of the glutes, and then release and shake the hands out. We're going to come onto our backs here. So lying back, I hope you guys can see okay. Lying back on your yoga mat. I'm going to turn a little bit so that I can extend the legs forward. On that next breath, we're going to hug the left knee into the chest and press the right heel forward. Hopefully you guys can see there. And on the next breath, switch sides. Hug the right knee and press your left heel forward. And we'll do that back and forth 2 more times. Inhale, left knee in, push the right heel forward. Switch sides. Inhale, right knee in, push the left heel forward. 1 more breath on each side. Inhale, left knee in, press the right heel forward. And switch. Inhale, right knee in, press the left heel forward. And then bring both knees into the chest, hands on the knees, rock it out side to side. And draw a big circle with the knees and opposite direction circle with the knees. Hoping you guys can see me. Yes, you can. And on that next breath, bring the hands on the floor beside the hips and extend and lengthen your legs up towards the ceiling. If we need to keep a bend in the knees, perfectly fine. What I want you to do is flex the feet and push the heels up. So for your next 3 breaths, we're going to pulse and straighten the legs to the best of your degree. So bend the knees and then press the heels up. And exhale, release. 2 more times. Inhale, press the heels up. And exhale, release. 1 more time. Inhale, press the heels up. Exhale, release. And then when you press the heels up the next time, just shake those legs out until everything is loose. Ankles are loose. Calves are loose, quads are loose, everything is loose. And then hug the knees back into your chest, rock them side to side. And then open up the arms beside you. You can either bring them right up beside you or bend the elbows. And you're just going to rock the knees side to side 3 times on each side, rolling your head in the opposite direction. So knees roll to the left, head rolls to the right. Knees roll to the right, head rolls to the left. So knees and head rolling in the opposite direction. 1 more time on each side. Inhale the knees to center. Exhale the knees to the side. On that next breath, let's lower the knees out to the left and stay here for a couple breaths with their head rolled out to the right. You can place your hands on top of the knees to press the knees down. And if you want an even deeper pose, you can cross the legs. So bringing the knees in as close to the chest as you can comfortably manage allows a deeper opening in the upper thoracic spine. And you can even walk that right hand out to the side. Notice how that right shoulder is up off the floor. So allow gravity to sink that right shoulder into the floor as you press your knees down to the left. So you're just letting gravity sink that right shoulder and right rib cage down towards the direction of the ground. 1 more breath here. And on that next breath, slowly release, unlock the legs if you had them crossed, and bring the knees back into the chest and rock side to side. Extend the legs up towards the ceiling again, hands on the floor beside the hips, and give the legs a good shake out. This just helps to neutralize any holding patterns here again and release tension, and then bring the knees back into the chest and rock side to side. We'll get ready for the other side. So on that other side, I'm going to spin here so I can keep looking at you guys. We'll draw the knees into the chest again and roll them out to the right. Now, as you roll the knees out to the right, if you want to cross the legs with the left leg crossed on top of the right, that is your option. If that's too intense, then just keep the knees together. And again, the more we bring the knees into the chest, the deeper twist opening will create in that upper thoracic spine at the back of the heart. Now you can use that right arm to press the knees down as you roll the head out to the left and let that left arm walk out to your left, letting gravity sink your left shoulder and left rib cage towards the floor. Close the eyes and enjoy gravity doing the work here for you. This is total surrender, total release. With our eyes closed, bring your attention to any part of the body that you notice is holding tension here. It may be the neck, it may be the lower back. Do a body scan here from the crown of the head down the spine and neck, through the hips, down to the feet, and scan and see which area might be holding tension, and bring and direct your breath right into that area. Use your breath as the tool to teach that part of the body surrender. Our yoga practice is a somatic, in the body practice. This is where your wisdom is in the patterns you've developed in your body over your lifetime, and we're getting feedback from them here. On that next breath, slowly release, unlock the legs, had them crossed, bring the knees back in towards the chest, and rock the knees side to side. Draw a circle with the knees, and opposite direction circle. And then extend your legs up towards the ceiling. One last time, hands on the floor beside the hips, and give the legs one last shake out. Well, you can tell I'm Canadian when I say out, out and about. And then release the knees back into the chest and extend your legs forward for Shavasana, final relaxation. There's lots of stuff here in this room in my mom's house, so I'm having to make do with what we have. How many of you are making do with what we have right now? All of us. So find your comfortable Shavasana, your final relaxation here. And walk the hands a little further down so that you feel the shoulders lower from the ears, and then relax the arms in. And then walk the heels down so you feel the legs lengthen a little more, and then relax the legs. Rock the head gently side to side. And then rock the feet gently side to side. The top of your body and the bottom of your body are surrendered and relaxed. With the eyes closed, inhale through the nose, exhale out the mouth. And again, inhale through the nose, exhale out the mouth. One more time, holding at the top of the inhale. Inhale deeply. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, release. With the eyes closed, sink into this delicious space of your body, surrendering into gravity. Stay lying down and comfortable. I'm just going to come to seated so that I can guide you a little better, but you guys remain lying down, comfortable, eyes closed. We'll have a few minutes of Shavasana together. You've earned this time to rest, digest, and heal your body. This space that you're in right now is just as powerful and restorative as sleep. You've got a new awareness of all the parts of your body that have now come together. They're sewn together and integrated through your practice. Continue to find the rise and fall of your belly, With each inhale, the belly button rises gently. And on the exhale, it surrenders back into gravity. Like a wave. Inhale, the wave comes towards the shore. Exhale, the wave retreats back into the ocean. Keep that wave moving. Inhale, wave towards the shore, belly rises. Exhale, wave falls back into the ocean. Belly falls. Inhale, wave towards the shore. Exhale, belly falls. Inhale, belly rises. Exhale, belly falls. With the eyes closed, perhaps you can hear your breath like you're listening to a seashell. Your breath is the seashell that you're holding up to the ear, listening to it. A few more breaths here. Now on that next breath, we're going to wiggle our fingers and toes, bringing ourselves back into our bodies. And bring your attention towards the feet. And inhale, flex the feet, hold that tension. Exhale, release. Bring your attention to your leg muscles and inhale, flex the leg muscles, holding that tension. And exhale, release. You're still lying down doing this. Bring your attention to your glutes and inhale, squeeze the glutes. And exhale, release. Bring your attention to your lower back and inhale, press the lower back into the floor. And exhale, release. Take the shoulders and inhale the shoulders up to the ears. Hold that tension. Exhale, release. Bring your attention to your hands and inhale, squeeze the hands tight. And exhale, splay them open and release. Bring the attention to your face and inhale, squeeze the muscles of the face tight. And exhale, release. Take the hands and stretch them up and overhead behind you. Big, tall stretch. And a big yawn on the exhale. Hear yourselves yawn. And on that next breath, bring your knees and hug them into the chest, lying on your backs. Rock the knees side to side. And on that next breath, roll onto one side and use your hands to guide yourselves up to seated position. In your seated position, take your hands to your heart and rub the hands together. Build up that heat and energy. And then place the hands at the heart again. Inhale, lengthen through your crown. And exhale, bow the chin in towards the heart. Inhale, spread the fingertips wide open, thumbs diving into the heart, pinkies stretching away. And on the next breath, we're going to widen the space between the hands. Inhale, widen. And exhale, bring those hands back together. And again, inhale, widen the space between the hands. Exhale, bring the palms back together. Feel how that pulse at the heart, that pulse of energy, widens and expands and surrenders and comes back together. Rub the hands together again and smooth out the body. Arms, chest, hair, back, legs. Shake the hands out when we're done. And thank yourselves for joining today. Namaste. Thank yourselves for this time for yourselves, this practice for yourselves. Go on with your days. Keep serving yourself, your family, your loved ones. Stay home. Wash your hands when you come home. Tell and express your love to your loved ones, to your friends. Hop on Skype and webinar or FaceTime or WhatsApp with your loved ones and stay connected virtually. Lots of love to you guys. Big love to all you healthcare workers and workers on the front line, continuing to serve people either in health or on the streets.